So today I want to talk about what I think is a really important practice. It's called restorative practice. And it's something that, in a world where we're always go, 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 it's nice to take some time and do some restoration. I'm going to show you a few poses that you can do. These poses you can stay in for quite a bit of time. You can be in them for 10, 15 minutes in some cases. Okay, so let's just start right and get right into it. So one of the nice poses to do after sitting for a while, say you're at work, sit 8 hours, is to do a bridge pose. Now the nice thing on bridge is to make it restorative, you take a block like such, lift your hips up, slide the block, support the sacrum, make sure you're comfortable. Want a relatively firm block, you can rest your hands down, tuck your shoulders under a little bit, feet hip width apart, okay? Essentially I could be able to touch my heel with my middle finger here, okay? Nice opener. You can definitely go deeper. Maybe in the beginning you want to start nice and small, but as you open up, you sit here, breathing in and out through the nose, and relax into it. The hips will open, and as they do so, you can have a second block. You would just drop these down this way versus this way. Or, if you just have one block, you can lift the block up and go tall, okay, to support you. It's just going to depend upon you. Remember, it's supposed to be restorative. You want to be able to relax into it. You want to feel like you have good support. From there, one of the next ones that I love is the stretching the adductors here. You place the bottoms of your feet together. Let the knees drop out to the side. Lie on your back. Now, to make it more restorative, you can put some support underneath your legs. So again, 2 blocks. You can use pillows as well. Okay, support like such, and just relax into this. Okay, and again, it's going to stretch nicely in the adductors. It's also a very calming pose. In yoga, we call it Supta Baddha Konasana. So lying, bound to angle pose. Okay, just support it here. You might have seen this if you sit upright to stretch your adductors. This is just a lying version of it. Okay, this is probably one of the most restorative poses. This actually is often used in yoga, even as a finishing pose, as a version of Shavasana. From there, probably one that everybody's seen or done, and I'm going to use this box here to mimic a wall, is legs up the wall. So hips against the wall, feet straight up. If you're really tight in your hamstrings, you may find that you have to kind of scoot a little bit away from the wall. And you do this, and just simply rest. Now, again, I'm using a box. Typically, we use a wall here. You can definitely use a door frame, and you can do a single-legged version of this, which is just a nice stretch as well. Okay, so it can be used as a stretch or as a supported thing. Now, if you're on your legs or you've been doing lots of squats or a lot of running, this is just a really nice way to circulate the blood and just really help the healing process. Especially at the end of a yoga class, again, legs up the wall is very commonly used. It's a great pose at the end of a yoga class, or just at the end of a nice long day. Okay? So, legs up the wall, Supta Baddha Konasana, we have the bridge. Now from here, we can roll on over. And I talked about pigeon maybe before, but if you haven't seen this, we can do pigeon pose. Again, with pigeon pose, if you need me, and I'll switch sides here to show you, you can take a block and support the hip and rest. Sometimes it might be difficult, so you might want to rest your head on a block here as well. If you feel like the knee gets a little cranky, all you want to do is you want to pull the toes. So you want to pull the toes towards the knee. That'll help to protect the knee. Okay, and again, just lie and rest here. Of course, make sure you do equal sides. So we've got hamstrings, hip flexors, hip extensors. We got glutes here, right? Probably one that most of you have seen. I love this one. This is just a real simple, gentle stretch. Toes together, knees spread apart. We call this child pose or pose of wisdom. You can support the head and just rest here. It's quite a nice restorative pose. Okay? Certainly you can take blankets and bolsters, but a lot of people probably don't have that, but you can always take a pillow and then rest. Okay? And again, with all these poses, one of the keys is just that you just breathe naturally in and out. Nice deep breaths, just relax, create a quiet environment for yourself. So, we got bridge pose, right? Supporting bridge. Use the block underneath you, lift up, rest. We got Supta Baddha Konasana, great for adductors, okay? We have my personal favorite, legs up the wall. We have pigeon pose. And again, on pigeon pose, just note that the alignment, okay? So knee is in line with the hip, straight ahead. Some people might feel more comfortable coming in a little bit, okay? You can even rest lying on the side like this if you're really tight, right? Okay? And then the last but not least, we have child's pose. Anywhere from literally 3 minutes to 15 to 20 minutes. And the ultimate finisher in all of yoga is called the corpse pose or shavasana. Spread the feet wide, palms up, and just lie here. This is the kind of closing pose, okay? And if you really want to just kind of focus on the breath, get a little deeper meditation, you can place the hand on the belly and a hand on the heart, or both hands on the belly and breathe into the belly. Okay? And just go ahead and relax. There you go. This is a simple sequence of restorative yoga poses. Hope you enjoy those.